Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get cracking with our Chermoula. I'm giving you the recipe and the method for the Chermoula marinade that we're going to use in the Cookalong tomorrow evening in the Supper Heroes group. So if you haven't signed up for the Supper Heroes Cookalong, how it works is I publish all the ingredients for a delicious low-carb meal that we cook together on a Wednesday night. I publish all the ingredients on a Friday night. And then you got the weekend to do all your shopping, or a couple of days, what have you. And then usually, a couple of days before the actual cook along on a Wednesday night, I demonstrate a bit of the prep. So tomorrow, for instance, we're doing a Chermoula chicken kebab with some cauli rice and something else which I can't remember right now. But what I wanted to demonstrate in advance, so we don't have to do it during the cook along, is the Chermoula marinade. Now you can go out and buy the Chermoula marinade if you like. That's fine. I'm not going to judge you. But if you want to know how to make it yourself, I'm going to show you how to do it in a couple of minutes. Now, the Chermoula marinade is a North African relish or marinade. Okay, so there are many different varietals, and some get served as like a side dish, and some get served as an actual marinade. Yeah. And you get different types. You get them made with like dry herbs and oil. And you get them made with wet herbs and then some chopped onion. There's a version that has like puree and raisins in it, so it's almost like a sweet paste. There's another version that has olives in it with tuna. So the same way like salsa in our eyes is like this one type of Mexican, dipping sauce for many different Mexican foods. In Mexico, you'd probably get like thousands of different salsas, and salsa is just another word for sauce. Chermoula in North Africa seems to be just a word in general for like paste or marinade and dip. And they range all the way, like in Tunisia, Chermoula is different to what it is in Morocco. It's different to what it is in Libya. And it just spans all the way across that whole North African belt in different shapes and forms. So you will have heard of harissa. Harissa is another one of those North African pastes that kind of like changes in different countries, and the same with zaug paste, but zaug is typically from Tunisia. So if someone says North African style or North African marinated, what they're trying to say is like basically it's similar to Chermoula or harissa, but we're using these flavors. And the flavors you'll typically find lemon juice and olive oil and coriander and cumin mixed together, and dried coriander and dried cumin, so those spices. And then usually they'll be lightened up with either like ginger powder or fresh parsley, and often fresh parsley and fresh coriander mixed together, which is very different to the way the Thais use it, where it's usually fresh basil and fresh coriander mixed together. So typically, if you're tasting lemon, cumin, coriander, olive oil, and then fresh coriander and parsley, you're going to be dealing with something North African. So the version that I've got isn't like the real way, it's just one of the ways, and this is one that I picked up over years in the food industry, and it's sort of like evolved. And this is the version that I've published in Low Carb Cooking, which is this book here. So I don't know if any of you saw that. That was terrible. So this is in the back. There's like a whole lot of sauces and marinades and dips in the back, and this is the harissa recipe from there. So it's super simple. Basically, I want to do as little prep as possible. So these are spices that are just ground. And remember, if you are going to cook, if you're going to eat this marinade raw, then what I would recommend is that you fry all the spices off in oil, because that's going to let the oil infuse with the spices. Okay, and this is a critical decision. This is where you go in two different directions. Because if you are going to cook the marinade, then you don't need to fry the spices off. Okay, but if you're going to put the marinade on afterwards, or you're going to serve it as a dip, then you have to cook the spices. Otherwise, it's going to be like powdery and weird. But this, we're going to put on the chicken now tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to cook the chicken. So if you do have your chicken ready for tomorrow night, this is the right time to marinate. It's going to get 24 hours to sit in there. It's going to get nice and good. All right. So to start off with, get something so I'm going to use the stick blender. You can use like a bucket blender as well if you like. But ultimately, I want it to be narrow so that the so they can actually go deep into whatever it's blending. I find with like the big barrel blender, there often isn't actually enough volume in the blender to actually chop everything up. And I'm going to start with my oil. Now I'm going to put the oil in last. So I've got 2 tablespoons here of cumin. And obviously got the whole seed. Tablespoon and a half of coriander. I've got, the sound is iffy. Is the sound better now? Can someone just comment? Sound better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Sound. How's the sound now? Yes. Okay. Is it better? Tessa is saying yes. Yes. Okay. All right. It might just be a distance thing. Okay. So then I'll just have to hold stuff up. Maybe I can crouch down. We'll do it like this. But you just have to keep reminding me if you can hear. Okay. Everyone's saying they can hear me now. Okay. So cumin, coriander. I don't know if my wife's helping me out tonight, so I'm at a disadvantage. Okay. Half a teaspoon of chilli seed and 3 teaspoons of paprika. Half a teaspoon of, this is whole salt. So these are like big salt granules. This is not like ground salt. If you're going to use ground salt, you'd have to use more. That goes in. Then we've got, I think this is like a lot of tumeric. I can't remember, it's like a couple of teaspoons or something. And now this is where we divide. Okay, so in this like basic recipe that I've got in the book, I just use lemon juice. But I have got over there behind me, I've got a whole lot of jars of preserved lemons. So some of the varieties of Chermoula call for preserved lemons. So I've actually just taken one of my preserved lemons and I've cut it up and I cut the flesh off it. So now it's just the skin. And this gives like the most amazing, like fermented, sweet caramel, kind of like lemon, bitter, sweet flavor, which is super cool. So that's going to go in. Let me lift this up again. Angle it down. There we go. Lemon's going in. Okay, and then I think it says a tablespoon of tomato paste. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to add in like a little bit more. Maybe 2 teaspoons. And then 1 clove of garlic. So this can go in whole. I think it says minced in the prep, but don't worry about that. Pop that in. This is going to get hacked up by the blender, so I wouldn't stress about it. There we go. And now we've got the lemon juice and the olive oil. Now there's a trick. So I've measured out the olive oil in this jug, and it says 1 cup. Now, if you don't want to dirty another cup and you don't want to measure it out, you can leave the olive oil in here and then just squeeze the lemon juice in there until the volume is increased by 60 mils, because I think the prep says 60 mils. So I'm going to try that and see if these lemons produce the goods for me. So we want to get to like 300 mils at least. I think we're going to make it. Almost there. And I'm squeezing it through my fingers so that I catch the seeds. Okay, that'll do. And then the last step, and I think I've explained this a few times before, but coriander is actually quite stalky, and the stalks are delicious to eat. But if you leave the stalks in and you're blending them, what often happens is that the fibers from the coriander like get stuck in the blade. So I've kept them here whole so that you can see these are the long strands of coriander. I've actually picked all the parsley because I don't want the stalks of the parsley. They're slightly more woody. So the parsley is picked, and I'm going to chuck that straight in. There we go. And then I'm just going to run my knife through the coriander. So take it, drop it into the bowl, and then there we go. And so that keeps the stalks in, but make sure they don't get wrapped around the blade. Throwing those in there. And now, if you can see here, there's like all this cool color, the red and the white. And the real challenge, I want everyone to guess what color this is going to come out once it's blended. Is it going to be green or red or yellow? Which way is it going to go? And don't cheat by looking at the photograph. And finally, we add in our oil and our lemon juice. So I'll show you a cheat. If you ever want to make up your own marinade, or you want to make up your own salad dressing recipe, the ratio of acid to oil is always going to be like 1:3 or 1:4. So 1 part acid, 3 parts oil, or 4 parts oil, depending on how strong the acid is. So with like a good old fermented balsamic, which is quite mild, you can probably go 1:4. But if you're using like a strong, grape vinegar or something like that, the ratio is going to be like 1:4 in oil. So as long as you have that ratio of oil and vinegar, so if you're going to do a Thai marinade and you take lime juice and peanut oil, or you're going to do a French marinade, say olive oil and red wine vinegar, you just get that ratio right, and that's always going to be balanced. So you're going to have this balance of acidity and smoothness. And then you just throw in whatever you like. So if it's French, take in like tarragon, parsley, chives, and Dijon mustard, and whatever else you think is French, throw that in there. And that's going to give you like the French style marinade. You want it to be Italian. You take like thyme and garlic and anchovies and what else is Italian? Capers maybe. And you just use that ratio and maybe like an Italian mustard or olives, and you throw that in and you blitz it. That's like Italian style dressing. And the same thing in Thailand. You take like lime juice and peanut oil, and then you throw in like spring onions, basil, coriander, fish sauce, palm sugar, and maybe some lemongrass, some ginger and garlic, and you blitz that up with Thai dressing or Thai marinade. But the thing that stays the same is that acid to oil ratio. So as long as you get the ratio right, you can never go wrong. Okay, here we are. Final step. My favorite part. Okay, and the magic color is, what color is that? That's like a reddy brown. It's like the color of the Nama desert, which is quite fitting because I'm sure that's what a North African desert looks like too. And it's kind of similar to like what my t-shirt would look like if it was really dirty. So there we go. That's the harissa. If you've got your meat ready and you've done your skewers, or actually even if you haven't done your skewers and you've just cut up your pieces of chicken, throw it on now. Don't listen to those people who say, oh, it'll suck the moisture out. It'll be just fine, okay? Otherwise, I hope you've bought some delicious chermoula that's as nice as this. And we will see you tomorrow evening at 5:30. That's Wednesday, 5:30 for chermoula, chicken skewers, yogurt dipping, cauliflower tabbouleh, and some other stuff. I'm very excited. Oh no, it's a spiced roasted pumpkin and goat cheese salad. That's what we're in for. So I'll see you then. Bye. I'm going to make sure I click on the right thing.